It doesn't make you lower than somebody else. Like, it's nothing to be ashamed of. I was ashamed of it for a really long time. It's hard for me to even tell you guys right now, the listeners, that I went through that and I dealt with that and I have addiction.
Hope of the world isn't out of action. It's all left up to us to change its presence
Feet all fucking humid.
Got the socks on.
Yeah, man.
All right, guys. Well, welcome to the Kyle C channel. Got my man Brix right here with us. Brix Fitness. You can check him out. It'll be in the description below. So we're at his crib today. We're gonna be talking about some stuff. I just want to say first off, thanks for everybody that watched the first video of Kyle C, the Say No video. I'm gonna be honest with you. I blasted it on Facebook.
Yeah.
I didn't know like what kind of results I was gonna get, feedback I was gonna get, like if I was gonna get any feedback at all. I was like super like surprised and shocked. Like
I checked the views the other day and I'm like, bro, this dude almost has 1,000 views on this video. It's kind of dope. Anyway, let's get right into it though.
Today we're gonna talk about so when I first got clean, when I first made the decision, so day 0 on like I'm ready to like change like the way I'm gonna do this. Like I always said like, yo, I'm gonna stop drinking, the famous line, I'm never drinking again, or never doing this again, never doing that again. And you know, all the other times were different. This particular last time that I said I'm not doing anything ever again, I was willing to do whatever it took.
That was day 0. Day 1, after you made that decision and you figured out that you want to do it for yourself this time.
Yeah.
What were your first steps?
So my first step, and I remember I was extremely like embarrassed. Not really like embarrassed, but like to be able to like admit like defeat. You know what I mean? Like that I've been defeated, and then having to like do stuff that like people look down on, like was extremely hard for me to admit that I needed that type of help. But what I did to change was I ended up going to NA meetings, which is Narcotics Anonymous. You know, and I went every single day. There wasn't one day that I didn't go for 365 days. So the meetings are like held at like a church. It's with like a group of people. It's not like what people think where it's like, you know, just a bunch of freaking maniacs in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like actually like a really good like environment. And that's what I went to. I went to a church that was off Independence Boulevard in Virginia Beach, and it's for an hour.
What happened prior to you getting to that point where you were ready to make that commitment? How were you able to stick to it? Was it the reason why you were doing it?
Yeah, I mean, so like the way I stuck with it is because the famous like I'm never drinking again or I'm never doing that again. I feel like everybody feels bad after they do something bad. It's just human nature. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like as time goes on, that last incident, you know, is further back in your past, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, you know, however long it takes, and that guilt feeling goes away, dissolves away, and then the next appealing event or situation presents itself. You were just God, I will never do this ever again. You know what I'm saying? You don't remember that, and you do the shit again. You know what I'm saying? So the reason this time was different was because those meetings that I went to, it was fresh. I didn't want to forget that last time I screwed up.
The guilt.
I didn't want to forget it.
So the key for you was that keeping that feeling fresh inside of you. In the beginning, did you set out to say, okay, I'm going to do this for 1 year every day straight? Was that like a clear-cut goal in the beginning?
I was a drug addict, bro. I couldn't think that far ahead at that point in time. When I went to the meetings, and I'm not saying everybody has to go to Narcotics Anonymous. You know what I mean? That's a decision that I made, that I felt that I've exhausted every other option. I've tried everything else. Nothing else worked. This is just what worked for me.
The accountability.
They held you accountable. They, you know, there's just other people dealing with your issues, because the issue of addiction it's a disease. You know what I mean? It's hereditary. You can't control it. You can't help it. You know, it doesn't like degrade you as a person. And I realized, hey, look, I got a problem. I got an issue. Get clean, get help, so I can finally live this life that I knew I was, you know, born for.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I did. So I just went to the meetings, one meeting every day for 365 days. I stayed connected. I got phone numbers, and I came to realize that, you know, just because it's called Narcotics Anonymous doesn't mean it's just filled with a bunch of, you know, deadbeat lowlifes. Like, there's real good people in there. It's a huge community. And, dude, I was dealing with addiction for 13, 14 years. You know what I'm saying? It's the only thing that got me clean.
Wow.
I definitely recommend it. I encourage it. You know, they're everywhere. They're in all the areas. They're in all the cities, all the states. They're everywhere. I mean, it's a huge thing. And, you know, just because you have to go to Narcotics Anonymous, it doesn't make you lower than somebody else. Like, it's nothing to be ashamed of. I was ashamed of it for a really long time. It's hard for me to even tell you guys right now, the listeners, that I went through that and I dealt with that, and I have addiction. You know, I have that disease that I'm probably going to live with for the rest of my life. I can't moderate drinks. I can't, you know, I just got married in Puerto Rico. People are like, oh, you ain't going to have a drink? It's your wedding.
Yeah.
I can't.
No.
I'm good.
He definitely did not.
And
have
he
a
was
drink.
there. Did I have a drink?
Not one.
Not one drink. I can't. It's not worth it. My life is too good. You know what I mean? Could I have a drink right now? Maybe. Am I willing to gamble my entire life for one freaking stupid drink that's going to get me bloated anyways? Hell no. You know what I'm saying? It ain't worth it. I'm going to drink my pineapple and Sprite, bro. And I'm going to wake up in the morning. I'm going to go run like 15 miles while y'all are all hungover in bed. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to sum it up there, man. That's pretty much it. You know, if you're dealing with drugs, if you're dealing with alcohol, any sort of addiction, you know, there are programs out there that can help you. There's programs that are dedicated for that particular situation, and they help. And, you know, you just got to go in there with an open mind, and don't let that guilt go away. You need that in there. You need that for a while, because I feel like that's what helped me push through, do the things that needed to be done, even when, you know, the devil on my shoulder started telling me, Kyle, you're good. You don't have to do this anymore. You're not like those people. Stop going. You know, you got to keep that guilt and that sorrow and those memories close.
And the social pressures of feeling like you said, I don't want to, it's embarrassing to go to these meetings. Like, listen, you won't find a cooler dude than Kyle C. And he wasn't too cool to go to the meetings. Do it for you. Just do it for you. Stop thinking about what your friends think, what your family members think, what people on social media think. This is something that you have to do for you, like he said. So just go ahead and get it done. That's it. Take it one day at a time.
That's it. One day at a time.
One day at a time. Make sure you leave this video a thumbs up. We'll have some information in the description about where to find the local meetings in your area. And just do it. I'm
going to leave my email, my personal email underneath here. And just to let anybody know that's listening, if you're going through something and you need somebody to talk to, if you want some advice, I promise you, I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to do any of that stuff. I'd love for you to email me. And anything I can do to help, whether it's point you in the right direction, give you some advice, you know, whatever the case is, just email me. I'm the most easiest person to talk with, to get along with. Just email me. I'm just here as a friend, you know, that can, you know, maybe take a, you know, outside the box looking in type deal. So, so boom, my man's got to go pick his kids up. We're gonna end this video right now. The first video that I posted up here, I feel like it was a success. I'd like to see this one get even more views. Let's share it. Let's share it. You might not be able to relate to what we were just talking about, but guess what? Somebody that might be in your news feed needs to hear this, because what we're talking about right now is 100% real stuff. Yes, it could save somebody's life. It's that serious. So please share, like, subscribe, hit the bell button. That way you can get notified when we post these videos. And
that's it, bro.
That's it. Peace.